Before we get started, just a little disclaimer from my side. I just wanted to emphasize that today's presentation is based on demo information and should be treated like this, having in mind all its limitations. In today's demo, we plan to show you a high-level overview of how we in Adacta use Microsoft Stack. So we're talking about Dynamics 365 for Sales, Outlook, Teams, and LinkedIn Sales Navigator to discover, contact, and engage our potential B2B customers. As you can see in this first part of today's demo, we'll show you how you can find and engage new potential clients for your business using LinkedIn Sales Navigator. In 2020, a lot of sales teams over different industries are facing the same challenge, and that is the lack of new leads and new opportunities, since meeting new people minimized due to measures of social distancing and lockdowns. Postponement of basically all business events and conferences surely did not help as well. Now, one of the ways to tackle this ongoing challenge is by using LinkedIn Sales Navigator. It is the premium version of LinkedIn, which we all know is globally biggest business database for both companies and people you want to connect to and stay in touch. We are talking about more than 675 million people using LinkedIn in 2020. Basically, what it lets you to do is find highest quality leads a lot more efficiently than the basic version of LinkedIn. So let's jump into it. When I log into my LinkedIn Sales Navigator, I have a newsfeed, something similar like you have in the regular LinkedIn, but with some changes. Here, as you can see, I have alerts, and these alerts are about activities that my leads or my accounts are doing. What does that mean? That means that if a person or company that is not in your network posts something, you can see how to find those leads and accounts, where you can search for them, or you can apply some filters to do that. So I can filter for my leads and I can filter for my accounts. For purpose of today's demo, I will try to find my ideal company, my ideal client. First thing you need to do is figure out what your ideal client looks like. The best way to do that is to look at clients that you already have, seeing what things they have in common in terms of industry they are based in and their company size. Who you actually spoke to when you close them. Are you targeting owners, managing directors, IT managers, or for example, chief sales officers? And then actually trying to draw things in common between your ideal clients and then looking for the potential new ones using advanced search. So for example of today's demo, I will be looking for companies that are doing hospitality business. So I can search first by industry and input hospitality, and also I can add travel and tourism. You will see as I apply each of those filters, the number of total results will lower down. That is good because that means that I'm getting more precise and more focused search. Next thing I can do is filter by geography. So I would like to start with Adriatic region, that means Croatia, Slovenia, and Serbia, and maybe expand it with DACH region as well. So we'll go with Germany, Austria, and of course Switzerland. Next thing you have is keywords. I'm looking for hospitality accounts, so I will input hospitality keyword. Next thing I like to do is filter by company headcount. This basically gives you buckets of companies in terms of their size and number of employees. So I will choose all companies that have between 50 and 5,000 employees and get 203 results in total, which is a number that is okay for me. But if, for example, the number of total results would be still too high, what I can do is I can apply other advanced features and filters to lower it. For example, I can use both growth of both company headcount and department headcount or annual revenue. So by now I know what kind of accounts I'm looking for in terms of size, market and industry they are in. And we can click search. What we get next is our account results. Now, on the left-hand side, I still have my filters, which I could easily remove if I want to, or add a new one. Now, maybe we are already talking to or are doing business with some of those companies from this search result. What you do next is you save the ones that you would like to engage with. For the purpose of this demo, I already saved some of those companies, and you have an only view button for the ones that I saved. But just to show you how this is really easy, I could add new one, for example, this one, I'd add it to my list. And immediately I get a notification that this has been done. So out of this, I will create my account lists for the companies that I want to do business with. How to find them? You just go under lists, account lists, and there you have it. These are the 14 companies that I want to focus on. Now, as a next step, we want to discover our target audience from these saved account lists. So we need the right person from each of those companies. What we do next is we get into account, and we see total number of employees that have a LinkedIn profile. We click there, and what we can do is find our perfect match using filters like, for example, function. I want to talk to sales team, and seniority level, I'm interested in directors and senior salespeople. Now I'll get total result of 3, and as you see, 3 of them are already saved. Again, I did this just to speed things up. But just to show you how this is very easy, I could add a new person and add it to my list. Immediately get the notification about it. And if I go to lead lists, I will see that these are the 7 people that I want to engage with. So at this moment, we know who our potential new clients are, and we can start communicating with them. Even though they can be in 3rd tier of our network, with LinkedIn Sales Navigator, we can write them one-to-one personalized email message. Also, as we saw on my homepage, we can receive regular updates on my newsfeed using alerts. So whenever a change happens, for example, new person is hired in the company from our list, one of your leads posts something on LinkedIn or gets a promotion to a new position within a company or externally, we can get those alerts and updates on a weekly basis. Also, we can send these leads into Dynamics 365 and track all activities and communication we will have with them. Last but not least, LinkedIn Sales Navigator knows your search preferences and interests and uses them so its algorithm and artificial intelligence can recommend you additional leads accordingly to them. So just as a wrap up for this first part of today's demo, I'm going to underline the biggest benefits we saw for using LinkedIn Sales Navigator. So today we saw how to generate more leads from focus industry, one that you want to open as a new industry, or to find similar leads from industry where you already have a footprint in. How to find and communicate to the right decision makers from those companies, even if they are outside of your current LinkedIn network using LinkedIn email. How to stay up to date with any changes and activities that your targeted decision makers or companies you have a focus on are doing. How LinkedIn uses AI for recommended leads regarding your saved preferences. Now we can go to the next part of today's demo, and this is of course Dynamics 365, so I will switch to this tab. Here we will show you what happens next in our sales process. In the first part of today's demo, we saw how to find and start communicating with our ideal potential client. We can call that the beginning of the sales process, the first step. Now we will show you how Dynamics 365 for sales with usage of MS Teams and Outlook can help you with managing the sales process from day one until closed one deal. A couple of words before we proceed with the demo. When working with our clients, our goal is to give added value in a modern workplace with collaboration in distributed teams, sales teams, and all colleagues coming from different departments that are collaborating on the same opportunity while maximizing the conversion rate from potential customer to your loyal client. In the digital era, we are all bombarded with information. short of attention, and driven to distraction. Sellers are not immune. When you look at the numbers today, sales professionals work per each deal with an average of 6.8 stakeholders and 16 colleagues. That is a lot. That means longer and more complex sales cycles. There are twice as many teams as they were a few years back, and they're constantly on the go, making it harder for teams to collaborate. Today, you will see that while using Microsoft Stack, modernizing of seller productivity has never been easier. So let's start. On home screen, each user can see its important information in one place with the dashboards. Today, we'll be showing salesperson perspective, but really, each of your users can have a different home screen and dashboard outline accordingly to its role inside your organization, whether he or she is sales manager, sales representative, marketing, or customer service person. So everything you see, all the dashboards are perfectly adjustable per each user role. Dashboards give you the big picture and let you drill down to the details of every relationship and every deal. You can start your day with a picture of the entire sales pipeline. To quickly see which customer or opportunity needs attention. For example, you can jump into specific lead or specific opportunity right here from the dashboard. Now, let us imagine that from my lead lists of the ideal potential clients that we created in previous step in LinkedIn Sales Navigator, I started talking to one of them. For the purpose of this demo, the potential client will be myself, so Alan, because we have to share some private information as well, and I will be in role of salesperson called Matej. So I started talking to Alan via LinkedIn Sales Navigator. As a next step, we can automatically create and fill out his contact profile, so for Alan as a person, an account profile, so of his company, Adacta, to have a unique 360 view in Dynamics 365. So let's see, if I go under contacts, I will have my contact lists here. And if I click on Alan, I will open Alan's 360 view, something that I already did just to save us time and to have all the data inside of it. Now, if we take a look at his contact 360 view, we can see his summary tab and a lot of other tabs. But in the summary tab, we have contact information on the left-hand side with all the data. So we have his first name, last name, job title, company that he works for, and his contact information about it. Also, we can see activities timeline in the middle. This is all the activities that I have with this person. Either I send emails, I have phone calls with him, I have appointments, so everything can be tracked here. Also, in real life scenario, in this place, we would have tracked our initial LinkedIn chat thread. But since the demo environment has some limitations, we do not have LinkedIn chat history tracked to show it here. But this is something that we typically do out of the box during implementation. If we click on LinkedIn Sales Navigator, we will see member profile of this person. So I'll have summary of Alan's LinkedIn profile, and also I will have account profile, so I can see for which company Alan does. And you can see that member profile and account profile can be saved in Sales Navigator, something that we saw earlier today, and can be added to both account lists and lead lists. The third thing I have is LinkedIn email. That means that right here from Dynamics, I can write Alan a LinkedIn email without leaving Dynamics. Another scenario possible is that if I have not reached out to Alan earlier, I could use some of the additional functionalities I have here from warm introduction, since integration with LinkedIn empowers sellers with the insights they need to win even faster. Like in example, icebreakers or shared connections I have with this person and who can help make a warm introduction. Leveraging this valuable information, sellers can deliver more personalized and targeted engagements that resonate with buyers. If I go back to Summary tab, I will see that now I have Alan as a contact in Dynamics, and can take a look at his 360 view. Additionally, let's imagine that Alan told me that he has a new project assigned to him to browse the market and decide which CRM to implement for internal needs. Alan plans to prepare an RFP and send the documentation to me via email. Now, with this information, I can open a new lead in Dynamics 365. So what I do, I go to my lead lists and I open the one for Alan. So I have the topic here, CRM for Adacta, because I know that there will be searching for new CRM. And as you can see, it has very similar outline as Contact 360 with summary tab, consisting of contact information on the left-hand side and activities timeline in the middle. Additionally, it has also stakeholders and competitors information to the right-hand side, which gives you insights on key person as well as key competitors you will meet while working on this deal. Above it, we have so-called business process flow, which consists of 4 stages or 4 phases. Now, this can be very easily configured, which means that the number and the name of phases can be edited and adjusted to your sales process really easy and quickly. In the same time, you can determine what actions need to be fulfilled to make it possible to go to the next phase. So for example, if I click on this phase, I will see all things I need to do to click next stage. Business process flow is a very nice way to know how many leads you have in each sales phase and how close are you to closing them. So did you just start talking to them? Are you developing or proposing something for them? Or are you in the phase to close the deal? Above it in the right upper corner, you can see useful additional information like lead source, where did this lead came from? A rating, is it cold, warm, or hot? Status, this means is it a new lead or already contacted lead? And of course, the owner. So who inside your organization is the primarily contact for this lead? Also, you can add activities, clicking the plus button. So you can add mail, call, task, or appointment, basically anything that happens during the sales process, and it will stay on the lead timeline. You will have it written here. So let's imagine that after our initial contact was made, Alan sends me an official inquiry via email and invites me to attend the RFP Adacta has prepared. I will just switch to my inbox in Outlook and see that Alan's mail has already landed in my inbox. Now, just a few words about Dynamics 365 app for Outlook. This app works for both web client and desktop client. Main reason to use it is to connect your Outlook and Dynamics 365 with the benefit of eliminating the need to switch between email and CRM solution, saving even more time and effort. Let's see some of the advantages of using both of them. When I click on this blue Dynamics 365 button, a Dynamics 365 screen opens inside of Outlook. So basically, I'm working in Dynamics while never leaving Outlook, which is pretty useful. This screen can also be pinned, which I know a lot of our clients do use in this way because they just like using Dynamics 365 through Outlook as well. From here, we have several different options available to us, like add, update, edit, and create contacts, accounts, leads, and tasks, as well as see person's LinkedIn profile and send LinkedIn email directly from Outlook. Now, since Alan is already existing contact in my Dynamics 365, the system automatically recognizes him as a sender of this email and shows some details from 360 view, like his contact details, account details, so the company that he works for, and we can see that we have an open lead for Alan. If this was not the case, with one click, I could quickly add Alan into Dynamics 365 without leaving Outlook, and Outlook would even automatically fill out some fields. For example, name, surname, email, and so on. Additionally, with one easy click, I can track any email directly from Outlook to a lead in Dynamics 365, so that every next reply to this initial mail automatically gets saved in, for an example, open lead I have with that specific client. So what is happening here is that this mail is being linked back to lead timeline in Dynamics 365 that we saw just moments ago. Again, to save us time, this is something that I already did before, so you can see that this mail is being tracked. But just to show you how this is real easy, I will just track this other mail, even though it is not entirely connected to this lead. And in a few seconds, I will get a notification that is successfully tracked. Now, if I go back to lead and I just refresh it, you will see that the email that I just tracked is here on the timeline. So now I have a potential client. I have his 360 view in Dynamics. I open the new lead and I have received RFP details. Next thing to do is start my internal process using Microsoft Teams and gather the right team to win this deal and bring it home. Above the lead, you will see Teams Collaborate button, where you connect your lead with a Teams group or channel, which will be used primarily for communicating internally for this particular lead. This needs to be done just once per each lead before you start using it, so that all the data regarding this lead is synced in both solutions. Again, something that I already did to save time for today's demo, but it's basically a couple of clicks away. If I switch to Microsoft Teams, I will see that I have a couple of things here. Now, just a few words about MS Teams. Teams is used as and known as a collaboration app that helps teams to stay organized and have conversations, both chat, audio call, and video call, all in one place. We started using MS Teams internally and externally basically from day one when they appeared on the market, with immediate positive impact on our business. Additional step forward and added value was during work from home and lockdown phase, when they really made it easy for all of us to stay on track and to seamlessly work together on new and existing projects. Now you will see here under Teams logo, I can see a list of all the teams I'm part of. Teams can be public or private and are made out of channels. You can build them by topic, department, or just for fun. Channels are where the real work gets done, where you hold meetings, have team conversations, and share files. At the top of each channel, you will find tabs. So we have posts. Here we can chat or tag a person. You have files. So here we can save all the files that are important for us for this particular RFP. We have wiki, which can be, of course, some notes from our meeting. And we have a couple of additional tabs that I added. So I have Alan as a lead, and I have his company as Company 360 view. So you can look at this lead directly from Teams, which means that I can be working in the Dynamics while never leaving Microsoft Teams, with the benefit of eliminating the need to switch between Microsoft Teams and CRM solution, saving even more time and effort. Whatever I decide to change or update on this particular lead will be automatically updated in Dynamics 365 as well. So that means that the whole team can be working on the exact same file, which I can save here with no need to have multiple versions of the same document locally saved. These same files are being centrally saved on SharePoint and can be reached via Dynamics as well under this lead. So you do not need to worry about not finding the RFP documentation and having multiple versions of an example quote that your team is working on. To sum it up, while using Microsoft Teams, sellers can reach out internally to tap into subject matter experts across the organization and stay organized throughout the journey to quickly and easily build more effective client-facing proposal and win more deals. Now, if I just go back to Alan's lead, you will see in the upper right corner that I have go to website. If I click on it, it will take me straight back to our lead in Dynamics 365. Now, as we work closely with our team and our potential client on the next phases that we have in our sales process, we can go through each of these phases. We can add tasks and add reminders for both internal to-dos as well as the ones that are agreed with the potential client. When finalizing an opportunity, you can close it as won or lost, and the end result will be updated on your dashboard of your pipeline that we saw on our home screen. Okay, so that is as far as we are going to go for today with our demo presentation. I honestly hope this gives you a high level of just some of the capabilities available within the sales model of Dynamics 365. And again, we are just scratching the surface of what you can do out of the box. Before proceeding to our next presentation, I would like to mention a couple of things. In today's demo, we saw LinkedIn Sales Navigator, Microsoft Teams, Outlook, and last but not least, Dynamics 365 for Sales, which is basically only one of the apps available in Microsoft Customer Engagement Solution. Other ones are covering different business areas, such as marketing, customer service, field service, and project service automation, which can be implemented standalone or added later if you decide to start with Dynamics 365 for Sales. To wrap it up, we have seen today Microsoft Stack as a simple way to close more deals and boost productivity, to cut through complexities and focus on what is most important, with contextual real-time dashboards that show you which metrics to focus on so you can take informed and consistent action towards the organization's specific goals. Your sales manager can monitor ongoing performance. Easy-to-use dashboards show sales leaders when a team member needs help or when it is time to celebrate a big win. With easy-to-access reports, you will know who your best customers are and be able to get your sales teams quickly focused on prospects with the greatest potential for long-term growth. With a holistic view of customers, you get context to tailor every customer interaction. Clear guidance directly inside sales records gives you specific steps needed to move a deal forward as you work. Streamlined workflows right out of the box with sales capabilities that work with familiar tools like Office 365, LinkedIn, and Teams. Work anytime, anywhere, across web, smartphones, and tablets, irrelevant if you are in your office or on the go. You can go across platforms, including Windows, Android, and Apple. Co-author winning proposals with your team in real time with tools you already know how to use. Start with just what you need now, then easily add capabilities as your business grows. With little to no technical skills, configure Dynamics 365 for Sales for your specific sales process. With the power to simplify and easily scale and adapt to future needs, quickly overcome distraction, regain focus, and build sales momentum using Dynamics 365 for Sales. What will be the end result of it? You will have stronger proposals created in less time, delivered to leads who are primed for conversion and powered by the unparalleled connection between Dynamics Office and LinkedIn. Close integration with Office 365 means you collaborate in a familiar environment and capture customer communication history without leaving the flow of what you're doing. You can access Dynamics data directly from Outlook using the Dynamics 365 app for Outlook. Keep pace with the evolving customer demands. Use Dynamics 365 for Sales to close more deals faster and drive more transformative business results. Thank you very much.